yeah. Which attractions host temporary exhibitions? East Yorkshire Hall Gardens, a local history exhibition, which changed every month. Okay, this is a. What can tourists do at S House? Hi, S House is one of the Yorkshire's most attractive houses. We have an award-winning garden, a military museum, a children's gift shop. Organ music is played on Thursday afternoons. There are a wide range of bands. Yeah. Watch band concerts on Sunday. Yeah. Explore the history of the time. Enjoy organ. Yeah, I choose D. What is the ticket price for children at 最后一个 ticket price for children at 3.5. Hi. Yes, I'm preparing for the Gaokao. What do we know about Jim Johnson from the first paragraph? What does the underlined word in paragraph 2 mean? Paragraph 2. Hi, hi, hi. What did Jim do beside daily delivery on his final days of work? What objects does um it's 9 subjects: mathematics, Chinese, English, and history, politics, geography, physics, chemistry, and biology. But we choose a group. The first group is history, politics, and geography, and the next group is the physics, chemistry, and biology. But I mean the old models from the Gaokao. Hi. Wow, good luck. Teaching to besides daily delivery on his final days of works. What is the author's purpose in writing the text? Jim Johnson, a mail carrier, was in an institution in the Livy, what is that? Just north of downtown, where he delivered satire. Which group? I belong to the arts group. Uh, the mathematics, Chinese, English, history, politics, and geography. And Chinese, mathematics, and English is a major. Deliver much more than in the case and pass by them. Carrying groceries. He took notes of unlocked doors, offered gardening advice, and taught more than a few young boys the art of the curveball. When he wasn't doing audits, Jim was running across a checkerboard of green lines to ensure the local postal service did not fall short of their promise. Let's talk about. When is your exam? The exam is on the John. What do you mean? Every student should learn math. Okay. Poster. Warsaw institutions and just knows downtown. I mean, calculus, algebra. Yeah, we learn all types. Because camera found you with a view of your nose and you up to below the face chain. Sorry, what do you mean? It's open-minded. Sure. Why the exam is gone? Harms. Sorry, I need to check the words. My vocabulary is dilated. Oh, the exam is open in the June 8th, I guess. When is the exam? I said the June 8th. I know how the kids and they passed by him. He carried in the groceries. He took notes of unlocked doors, offered gardening advice, and taught more than a few young boys at the art of the curveball. When he wasn't doing audits, Jim was running across a checkboard of green lines to ensure the local postal service did not fall short of its daily promise. See? Mm, thank you. So let's focus on our study. Notice I was on board in paragraph 2. So the postal service is often disparaged now, criticized, suspended, investigated, refused. The trust in local postal service lives on. In many communities, the trust is won every day when life-saving medicine, greeting cards, social security checks, college acceptance letter, even abuse appear in mailboxes in front of the houses. 尽管 dutiful is often the trust in those who place on. 应该还是存在。I'm doing an English paper. No, I'm doing English paper. Refused? After more than 3 decades, Jim approached his final days on the job much like any other. He drove a boxy postal truck to North Road for the first unofficial stop of the day. Butch, a dog who belonged to one of the neighbors, was waiting just like every day before. And just like every day before, He got into the jump seat and they were off. On the roads, Jim and Butch had become inseparable. Now the dog and the mean mailman would ride off to retirement together. At every stop, Jim accepted the parting good wishes of families that had become his own. There were tears and laughter, and the hugs filled with warm memories. It's been 33 years since Jim left the roads, but we are still reminded of the deep bond established between the community and the letter carrier. That's what the postal service means to us. 尽管邮递服务是open，不是被批判的，investigation 调查 suspended。What did Jim do besides deliver our file? He drove Watch to its owner. No. He sent President to his file then. Said goodbye to neighbors suspiciously. What did Arthur propose in writing the text? To remember a respected mail carrier. Yeah. To record an unforgettable experience. To raise funds. To cover harmony in community. Maybe D. It's too much D, I think. What did Jim do besides daily delivery on his final days of work? After more than 3 decades of closure, his final day of job he drove a boxy monster truck. Butch dug blind to one of the neighbors while waiting just like every day before. And just like every day before, he got into the jump seat and he went off. Under Jim and Butch become inseparable. Now the dog and the mule went off to retirement together, and at every stop, Jim accepted the parting. Yeah, said goodbye to parting good wishes of families that had become his own. There were tears and laughter and hearts filled. No party, no presents. What does Jay find most important for a successful urban community? 成功的社会是什么? Okay, what does Jay think should make decisions on urban development? How does Jay suggest sidewalks be built? According to Jay, the eyes on the streets bring a sense of what? Jane spent her working life advancing a distinct vision of the city, in particular focusing on what makes a successful urban community. At the heart of her vision is the idea that urban life should be an energetic and rich affair, whereby people are able to interact with one another in dense and exciting urban environments. She prefers disorder to order, walking to driving, and diversity to uniformity. For Jay, urban communities are organic beings that should be left to grow and change by themselves, and not just be subject to the grand plans of so-called experts and officials. The best judges of how a city should be and how it should develop are the local residents themselves. Jay argues that urban communities are best placed to understand how their city functions because city life is created and sustained through their various interactions. What else I should say? Efficient public transport Now, strong interactions between people, the uniform style of buildings, the comparatively large population, the idea that urban life should be an energetic and rich field where people are able to interact with others. So I choose B. J knows that the built form of a city is crucial to the life of an urban community, especially the sidewalks. The streets in which people live should be a tight pattern of crossed sidewalks, which allow people to meet, talk, and get to know one another. Such a complex but ultimately enriching set of encounters help individuals know their neighbors and neighborhood better. How does J suggest that what be built? Lined with plants, painted with clear signs, tightly connected, convenience for the old. Diversity and mixed use of space are also for J key elements of this urban form. The commercial, business, and residential elements of a city should not be separated out, but instead should be side by side to allow for greater interactions of people. There also should also be a diversity of old and new buildings, and people's interactions should determine how buildings get used and reused. Finally, urban communities grow better in places where a critical mass of people live, work, and interact. Such high-density spaces are, she feels, engines of creativity and vitality. They are also safe places to be, because higher density means that there are more eyes on the street, and locals who know their area and maintain a close watch over the neighbor. According to eyes bring a sense of urgency, pride, comfort, and security. According to Jay, the eyes on the street bring a sense of what? Grow better in place where a critical mass of people live or interact. GPS engines and creativity of technology. I think it's a good science. Feels engines and creativity also safe place to be. The safe place. Safe. So you brings comfort. The higher density means that there are more who know the area and maintain a close inner safe. How does Jay suggest sidewalks be built? Lined with plants? No. So streets in which people it should be a tight pattern of cross sidewalks. Allow people to meet, so I choose say. What is the new study aim to explore? A. What were all the participants asked to do during the experiment? 被要求去做 Why did the participants return to the lab 2 days later? 为什么要回来 What might the others' marathon running prove? 还要证明什么？先读啊 Want to learn want to learn a new language or get A's in college exams. Previous studies have shown that exercise can help stimulate the areas of the brain that convert new information into long-term memory. A new study has taken this information one step further and found the best time when exercise can help maximize learning. Building upon past research that found exercise releases chemicals that improve mental functions. Scientists at Radboud University and the University of Watt conducted a study to determine one exercise was most beneficial to learning. 目的是 one exercise is best for learning. 我先看，有点没说。Participants, 我这引到后面 building up past research that found exercise release biochemicals that improve mental functions. Determine one exercise was most beneficial to learning. To say one exercise is best for learning. Participants 72 healthy male and female adults were first asked to perform a computer test that challenged their visual and spatial learning. What is spatial? After the test, all of the subjects watched nature documentaries, but two-thirds of them also exercised. 被要求去使用电脑测试，挑战他们的视觉和这个什么学习。在测试之后，所有的科目看起来都是自然记录，但是有2/3的他们是锻炼过的。有一半的这个锻炼者 did circuit training and exercise bike for 做这个骑车运动35分钟立刻 after the test. The other half did the same exercise, but not until 4 hours after they had been tested. So, what were all the participants asked to do during the experiment? Do mathematics exercise? No, not. Play computer games? Not games. It's test. Watch films about nature. After all of watched nature documents. Hi. Oh, yeah. So, why did the participants return to the lab 2 days later? Okay. The fourth paragraph. 2 days later, all of the participants returned to the lab for a recall test, and they were connected to MRI machines to assess their brain activity. Okay. To do a medical examination, to have their memory tested. It's not memory. Or maybe to get their workouts recorded, to finish their previous tasks. I'm studying English now. The participants who exercised for hours after taking the computer test were able to recall what they had learned most accurately. Their brain waves also showed more consistent level of activity, indicating that their brains were less taxed to remember what they had learned. 去做他们的记忆测试，去得到他们的结果，好像就是做记忆测试。2 days later, I returned to the lab for a recall test， 那就是记忆测试。Okay, thank you. What might the author's marathon running prove? According to do this research, the best time to exercise to improve learning is 4 hours after study. But why? This one question that researchers have yet to answer. Another question left unanswered is the level of exercise that might best improve learning. I've run enough marathons to prove the fact that my brain is anything but sharp during or after a tough workout. But the researchers noted that light workouts might not give the brain enough of a biochemical boost to improve learning. The findings of the study are reliable. Long-distance runners are often smart. Studies on the marathon are not enough. Hard exercise may not sharpen the brain. Mm, Other to prove the fact that movement is anything but sharp during or after a tough work. But sharp，它应该是有好处的。嗯，The light workouts might not give the brain enough of，就是他说做运动越那个什么越好。也不是吧？Studies 啊，so interesting. Join the friends and find the place that's right for you. Okay, who are the friends of University Art Museum? Friends are our neighbors from the local communities and beyond. They are families, students, scholars, and 这是怎么读？why these friends are united by a shared love for the arts and for the university, and by a desire to be part of the cultural community. Friends are interested and active in the life of the art museum. Friends are art lovers just like you. Why does membership matter? This is a question. How can I learn about friends? 这个有可能啊 This is possible answer. How? This is a question. Simply complete the membership form. 简单的这个完成友情的模式。You can let's see you can then see the full range of friends benefits. 这是在解释吧？Friends membership, okay, this is subject, is your entry to many opportunities. Talk about community opportunity. Friends receive a subscription to the museum's quarterly magazine. Friends are people of all ages, interests, abilities, and cultural backgrounds. 对，先往下读。到哪了？Friends are interested and active in the life of the Arts Museum. Friends are art lovers, just like you. This is a question. As a friend, your membership provides essential annual support to help sustain the continued excellence and diversity of the museum's educational programs. By joining the Friends, you help to guarantee that the museum remains a welcoming place of shared enrichment for all visitors to experience to enjoy. What do you mean? As a friend, your membership provides essential annual support to help sustain the continued excellence and diversity. How can I learn about friends? Why does membership matter? What benefits do members of the Friends enjoy? When you become a friend of the University Art Museum, you also become part of a great tradition. Not only will you be actively participating in the life of the museum, but you also will receive special opportunities to share your love of arts with others, like-minded individuals. And they get invitations to exhibition opening, lectures, travel opportunities, and lively social gathering. Oh, I have no ideas. How do I join the friends? Becoming a friend is easy. friend over bots. Becoming a friend is easy. You can see the full range of friends. No. Friends receivers is your entry to movie. Return it with your annual membership fee in the attached envelope and begin enjoying your benefits immediately. If you prefer, you may join online at Art Museum Education Support, become a member, or when you visit the museum store. Who are the friends of University Art Museum? 谁是艺术大学博物馆朋友 Friends are our neighbors from the they are family students. 然后这里要介绍一下吧。Friends membership is what is friends? You can see the full range of friends benefits. 也不是啊 Friends are people of all age, interest, ability, and cultural backgrounds. Maybe it's G. The question: Why does membership matter? 它是怎么起作用的？或者 What kind of learn about friends? 我知道什么关于这些。然后这个排掉。What benefits do members of friends enjoy? What benefits do members of friends enjoy? Is your entry to many opportunities? What benefits do members of the friends enjoy? Friends membership is your entry to many opportunities. When you became a friend of university, you also became part of great tradition. It's not opportunity. Friend received a subscription next time. And you became. What is that? When you become a friend of the University Art Museum, you also become part of a great tradition. Not only will you be actively participating in the life of the museum, but you also will receive special opportunities to share your love of art with other like-minded individuals. So maybe it's the opportunities, I guess. I choose E. And they get invitation. 这里面就是说什么？You can then see the full range. Now, they get invitation. So the subject is friends. Friends receives magazine and they get invitation. I choose F. Okay, how do I join friends? Becoming a friend is easy. Simply complete. 好像也不是 Return it with your annual membership fee in the attached envelope. 它不是让你看好处，因为只能选 and begin enjoying your benefits immediately. If you prefer, you may join online at Art Museum. Simply complete the membership form. It's easy. It's easy. Easy 后面没跟 simply. Hello, hello. I like to go and watch the sunset at my local park, which was a seaside area in Karachi. What is that? There, I would always see the same elderly lady. 鸽子，绿鸽子 feeding. The birds, usually around 10 to 15 in number, would gather around her. Yeah, number. getting around her, even had to take the bag of rice out from her, would gather around her before she even had a. It was the same each day, part of her routine. I found that her perform. I found that what her performed this ordinary task with such was both calming and beautiful. What beautiful! On this particular evening, the lady arrived at her Euro spot to feed the birds, but as she as she approached the bench to sit down, her necklace fell to the ground. I was sitting on the grass nearby, waiting for the sun to set. Noticing that I to get it back from him, not run away, get up to sleep in, not turn around. Could you share how you gonna study mathematics, especially the calculus portion? Okay, sleeping, got up. It's not got up, I think. I should say 50. Mm, before I reach it, one of the girls from the oh yeah, 日常 yeah. However, before I reach it, one of the birds from the what? Say tree pear group trees group pick up her necklace, mm, stuck to the bench and dropped it. Flew to the bench and dropped it on her lap. I couldn't believe my eyes. The old lady also surprised. Also surprised, began laughing quietly to herself. I was with a huge smile. I was on my face and happily went back. I was caught with a huge smile. He was with a huge smile. Left with a huge smile on my face and happily went back to watching the sunset. I think he's left. It's 6:43. The birds usually around 10 to 15 in number would gather around her before she even had a wish chance plan reason. Not a reason, I think. Even have a plan? Oh, I think it's big chance. And 45. I found that her perform this. I found that not helping her perform this ordinary task research. Not helping, not hearing, not making, just watching. And what is 46? I found that watching her perform this ordinary task with such flexible, precision, enthusiasm, confidence. Not confidence. Precision，珍贵的，也不是热情。I found the task with such In 2010, the UN Department of Global Communication instituted language days for each of the organization's 6 official languages. The goal was twofold: celebrate cultural diversity as well as to promote the goal was twofold: promote the equal use of all 6 tongues. Language is the carrier of communication, the bridge of interactions between nations, and the bond of understanding among civilizations. At the same time, a language and its individual, at the same time, individual and its individual，这是复数。Is at the same time a language and its individual. A language and its individual. 它的 individual forms make up the soul of a nation's cultural tradition. Every language is worthy of respect and should be treated. The UN Chinese Language Day not only provides a unique platform provides to the world, provides for to better understand China, but also not only, but also没有主语的话，应该直接是那啥 ing 省略句。Today, more than 70 countries have included the Chinese language in their education system. Chinese plays an increasingly important role in improve communication and the cooperation between China and the rest of the world. As more foreigners start to study Chinese language and experience Chinese culture, the world will have a better understanding of China and its rich history, its hardworking people, its development through innovation, and its inclusiveness. To block. In 2010, the UN Department of Global Communications instituted Language Day for each of the organization's 6 official languages. The goal was twofold: to celebrate cultural diversity as well as to promote the equal 6 tongues. The same bond. Language is carrier of communication, the bridge of the interaction, and the blah 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 blah. At the same time, a language and its and blah blah， 这个应该是复数吧。Make up the 这是个省略句，这才是谓语。 A language and its individual, but also promotes. Write, wrote, written. A language and its individual. Make up the soul of the nation's cultural tradition. At the same time, a language and its individual. What language is every language is worthy of respect and should be treated equally. At the same time, a language and its individual. 懂 Okay. A 跟 C CB Hi A 的 CCB 的 A Oh my gosh 的 A B ACC ACC BACC A 的 B 的 GAEFC GAEFC 然后 A 的 BCA A 的 BCA B 的 BCA B 的A 的 BCA B 的 BCA 的 CBC 的 CBC 还可以吧，好像40 To celebrate 不是相对 To celebrate Tons and 双写 Written be treated for promotes 不是 promote 看啥好像 Written be treated for improving 这个错 promotes the innovation 扣3扣5扣10分10分的话是10减3乘以 1:27，还可以的，那可以。歌是暂停 ，suspend 是暂停 ，suspend and criticize. What means criticize 批评 ？A 是拒绝 refused. criticize 批判批评。So 尽管 postal services often why choose B? The trust in local service lives on. 信任还在，所以知道虽然尽管经常被批评，但是 OK， 这有个转折在这儿。转怎么写？Though the postal service is often disparaged now, the trust in local postal service lives on. OK， 好吧，尽管是被批评的，但是它仍然有信任。And woman 27. Choose A to remember respected male carrier. 这是我自己多想啊。To comfort harmony in community， 这个太 it's too wide, I think. It's too wide， 太大了。看一下有没有 available temporary 这个没有问题。Home to layout and organ music leafy deliver approach boxy inspire parting take notes of 4 shots of belong to institution 没有意义，这都对。这两个不动，这没有问题，没有卡壳。安全，安全。好，这个 no problem， 然后这也没有什么大的问题，挺简单这个卷子。然后这个75，其实我看一下我的大学7选5 ，it's 36. Who are the friends of University Museum？ 本段的中心为大学艺术博物馆朋友项目的成员介绍。原来如此。Who are the friends of the University Arts Museum? Friends are our neighbors from the local communities. 不是在介绍朋友，是在介绍他的人员。Yeah, family, students, scholars, and 校友。然后说了一个 Friends are people of all age, interest, ability, and cultural backgrounds. Friends are united by a shared love for the arts and for the university and by a desire to be part of a cultural community. Friends are interested and active in the life and arts. 这在介绍 introduce 的介绍博物馆的人员组成。尽管理解错了，但是还是做对的。Okay, where is the 37? As a friend, your membership provides essential annual support education programs. By joining the friends, you can get help to guarantee and to love. 介绍了 introduce the meaningful and important. 为什么这么重要？就是它起作用。为何重要 ？Why does 就是为何重要？为何重要 ？How can I learn about friends？ 这不是说我能从中学到什么，或者我能要求。What benefits do members of friends join? What benefits do members of? 如果你加入了，就是它会有什么好处呢？所以说 friends membership is your entry to many opportunities. When you become a friend of the university， 还是不应该说 friend，just a member， 太误导人了啊！这个也没有太大问题了，就 OK。然后翻过来，这个完形是错两个。46 These were the same each day， 可以知道他每天就充满热情 confidence。哦，这是精确的意思，单词问题。Question， 精确。And 49 to say got up。 49 where is 49？ got up 站起来啊，这是字面意思。Sleeping 是悄悄溜进，悄悄溜进。悄悄溜进，这就是站起来 ，just get up， 站起来 ，run away 是跑开 ，turn around 转一圈 ，OK，no questions， 然后是，然后是哪个 ？59 是，所以需要一个形容词的 writer 是书面的，A language is individual forms。What do you mean？他说同时一种书写形式，独特的书写形式。OK， 书写的形式，独特的书写形式，造就了这种灵魂。And 62， 它不是省略啊。Not only but also 是并列的，所以想一个主语是主动关系，所以是 promotes。OK， 然后再看一下人家写的所漏了。比较理化，你的留学生朋友 Badge 想 play ping pong ball，send a message to ask for your help. Please return an envelope. The contents includes the first one, support her. The second one, coach. Dear Badge, glad to know that you want to learn to play table tennis. I'm writing to offer my support for your decision and recommend an extraordinary coach to you. 加一个形容词 It is really a wise option to play table tennis, which not only can improve your physical fitness, but also can enhance your focus and coordination. To help you better learn it, I'd like to recommend a coach to you. Coach Zhang is an experienced player whose coaching style is patient and effective, making it easy for students to understand and improve their skills. Many students have seen significant progress under his guidance. If interested, you can reach him via emails at 123.com. Sincerely, I hope that you enjoy the process and make great progress. Oh, it's too easy. Okay, this is the story. I was blah blah for a conference. I was in a field. What is that for a conference? When I saw an AD in the hotel. What is AD? A nearby theater was showing a documentary about several local animal shelters that were helping to save abandoned dogs across the country. I love animals and I felt an urge to go to this fundraising fundraising events. However, none of my co-workers would go with me, and I was worried about walking on the street alone at night. I resigned myself to spending this evening in my hotel room, but as soon as I got back to my room, I felt restless and bored. The theater where the event was taking place was only about 5 blocks from the hotel, and the area around the hotel didn't seem particularly dangerous. 并不像看起来那么有什么危险啊。So I decided to brave it. I gathered up to my wallet and room key and set off. Hmm. My exam is tomorrow, so good luck. Uh, Join will hit soon, and I'm not even done with 50%. Please be confident. You also have got mine too. It was already getting dark and the streets were nearby deserted. I managed to find the street the theater was on, but when I turned the corner, I stopped in shock. In front of the theater were a group of bikers, very big, tough-looking bikers. I've known lots of motorcycle motorcycle enthusiasts, and most are nice people. However, in this case, I was a woman all alone in a strange neighborhood at night, and there were 20 or so very large men, all wearing insignia that indicated they were in some sort of club, standing before me. Warning bells began to sound in my head, and my heart was pounding. Was I at the right theater? Had I misread the date of the event? A sign outside the theater told me that I was in the right place on the right evening. Nevertheless, I wondered if I should rush back to my hotel instead of walking through the crowd of bikers. I finally decided that I would be safer inside the theater. Hopefully, the bikers would have gone away by the time the film was over. I hurried into the theater, only to find there were even more bikers inside. 50%, maybe 80%, because uh, we have three process in the reviewing, and I finally finished the first process. 但是回到酒店以后，做成长电源发现说，摩托车 bikers in the museum, in the city. 出来以后决定进入里面后，发现有更多的骑手。I hurried into the theater, only to find there were even more backers inside. Puzzled and frightened, I bought a ticket and walked in, following these big and tough-looking bikers with lights dying, dimming in the theater. I felt my way to my seat cautiously, trying not to draw any attention from the bikers, some of whom had taken their seats and were chatting quietly. Sitting there, my heart was pounding like crazy while I waited for the film to start, regretting coming here alone. When the film began, I realized that the bikers were an animal rescue group. What is that? A wave of relief washed over me when I saw their appearance in the film and their efforts to rescue abandoned dogs in the documentary. As I watched, my initial fear turned into admiration and respect. Large and tough as they looked, they had a soft and kind heart, devoting their time and energy to helping animals in need. When the film came to an end, I couldn't help applauding for their hard work, and I was glad I braved my fear to climb. What? What is that? kind of is not the same name, but the same pressure. Your country name, why? I mean, is it China or India? It's not here. Yeah. Please share your daily routine and how many hours you have you been studying daily? truth be told, my time is free, and I will make a daily routine in the post. How to go to school? See you if it is possible. Bye. Goodbye. Well, I'll drink some water. Wait a minute, please.